So, and see, another thing that I do, I give them the freedom to say no. I'm not attached. Because I already did everything I could to tell them how good I am, how good it's going to be for them. I know they got some benefits right there. So
what I wanted to say with that is that when I was doing loans and I was kind of stuck and I was like, they're doing something I'm not doing. They're doing, what is it? And it was something so simple. The ones that sold the most, they had one magic line.
what is it?
And what it was is, how soon can you get me these documents? So they're just answering, oh, by Tuesday 2 o'clock. So then I put it in my calendar, put the reminder the day before, so that I got it before Tuesday at 2 o'clock when they told me they were gonna have it.
Yeah,
But before that,
uh-huh.
I didn't have as much success. I felt like I was stuck. And it was like, that was like their magic, what worked for the top producers for that. You know what I mean?
I think
So I'm not saying it's the same thing here, but what I'm saying is that really open thing, like I was able to jump that barrier where I was kind of stuck.
yes, perfect.
So if we have this training, like this wording, you know, where a good salesman asks all the questions and they're answering in their heads and they just kind of sign the dotted line without you having to be pushy or whatever, because you're kind of walking them that way and they don't even know it.
So what you said is really perfect, but you have to have created a level of trust before.
Yeah, the rapport. Yeah.
So if you have not created the trust, especially the trust that their money is going to create results, then whatever line comes after doesn't sell. But you're right. And also if you create the trust, but you don't have that, you have the hesitation to ask, then they're going to be hesitating to do it. Oh, let me think about it. Let me see how I feel before I can commit to something, right? But yeah, that what is the selling is like when are you gonna give me the document?
No, it's how soon.
Yeah. So this is my line.
So they will automatically give you an answer.
Yeah, this is my line. When would you like to come back? I don't ask, would you like to come back? No, I say, when would you like to come back? And the post-surgery, why do I recommend 2 times a week? There's a reason why. The body, so let's say like, you know, I'm right after surgery, like recently, there's a lot of fluid. I help the body to release fluid, right? The body is still in process of healing, so the body is continuously producing more lymph fluid, interstitial fluid, that's the right name. So the body is producing more interstitial fluid because it produces healing, right? So it takes about, so you do today the treatment, you're gonna feel great tomorrow, but then the next day they start building up again, so after 2-3 days the person is bloated again. So why do I recommend every 2 to 3 days? Is because then as soon as your body gets plugged again, we're working down until we space them out and they don't produce as much. That's why I justify the 2 times a week. It has nothing to do how much money I'm gonna make. So when I start creating, like explaining to them some kind of relationship to why I'm recommending what I'm recommending, the conversation of money is out of the question. And you guys gotta get this. These people spend $10, $20, $50,000 in the surgery.
Yeah, it's not insurance.
$1,000,
It's cash.
$500 for
Credit
6
card.
treatments. I had a girl who did like care credit for a tummy tuck and fat. She had no money, and I said, somehow the conversation came. She's like, "Oh, I use the care credit for this." I'm like, we accept care credit. Well, we don't do in lymph bribe, but at the chiropractor.
Can we?
No, I tried.
Well, we take Spa Finder now.
but the point that I want to make is that she did. She put in the care credit the same with the whole surgery. You know, whatever they pay for the surgery, they will find a way to pay $500 more because they want to.
And they do want to feel like they're getting a good deal, and I tell them, look, the more times you come in the beginning, I said, the quicker you're healing.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to come for a long, extended period of time. Just the maintenance.
Yeah.
And then that like sounds good because it's like, well, that's gonna benefit me. That's gonna save me time. That's
Okay,
gonna save me
let me
money.
say something to you, okay?
Mhm.
Start watching for you, your conversation, remember 100% responsible,
Yes.
how communication comes out,
Yes,
you create around you, right?
right.
Stop saying good deal. This is not a good deal.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
Consider that,
They're thinking that.
no, I don't even relate, this is not a good deal, this is the, like, I don't, how can I convey this to you? Remember the context is decisive? I'm building up a cathedral.
I have something to say on this because it has to do with a good deal.
Yeah, like, but remember, like, I'm building up a cathedral.
Yes.
I don't even think this is a good deal. Like, it doesn't even occur to me to speak from there.
Right.
Even if they are thinking,
Right.
I'm building up a cathedral. I'm healing you. Like,
Yeah, because some of them, they're like, they want an answer like, okay, you know, how many treatments am I gonna need? Do you see what I mean? And that's when I tell them, I said, everybody's different. I said, there's a lot of different variables that come into play. I said, so yeah, if you get the package, then we monitor and then we see from there. I said, and a lot of people, they do the regular maintenance.
okay, so
So-
I'm gonna give you some guidelines
Mhm.
for you to tell them what you think. So you come from the confidence you know how many is gonna be.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so based on how many weeks they had the surgery,
Okay.
I give them how many I think they should do. So basically is if you have a surgery right after, if you come to see me right after the surgery, I know for sure you're gonna need 2 per week in the next 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
And usually after 4 weeks of surgery, the bloating is not as much, the inflammation is not as much, the bruising is gone, so then you can space them out. Okay? So let's say you were here 4 weeks after the surgery. I say, look, you still have some swelling, you still have hardness here. I can tell that if you get at least 2 times a week, we can really soften the hardness.
Okay.
Now, if they don't have any hardness, they don't have anything,
Yeah.
look, you just like come once a week for the next 3 weeks and we can like, help you. Now, if you want to continue doing some body contouring with the cavitation machine, then you can do another 3 sessions.
Okay.
But you see how like I know how to recommend to you. Done deal. Now, oh, I don't know, it's too much for me, like they have a concern about money.
That woman, the couple that came in when you went in with your client, and I gave her the list for the packages and stuff. She's like, "Is this the best deal you can do for me?" And I'm like, "You guys are so flush with cash." The stuff her husband was telling me, I was like, "Seriously?"
Well, but that's not a problem. She
Yeah.
has the right to ask, right?
Yeah.
But then she was not sold in the treatment. She was dealing with the money.
She wasn't thinking about the treatment. She was thinking about that's what.
Well, once she got out to the counter, probably.
Yeah, she never mentioned anything. She was just like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
both of
gonna
them.
do this.
They were both totally
There
on
was a
board.
time, Stacy, I had a client that she wouldn't pay me more than $60 a massage. I don't remember what was it. Like she would be she needs massage every other week and she would be like bitching about it spending the $60 a month. She needs to come twice a month, right? Then I go to Brazil and I buy a lot of stones. Like the dollar was cheap. So I bought like 30 kilos of stones, like quartz, pink, amethyst, all you can imagine, right? This girl, and then I put on my room. That was my first room. So I have this big tree. She comes and she said, "Oh my God, I have to have that." And I told her it was like very expensive. I even like make it higher. She said, "I pay. Whatever you want to charge me, I pay." I said, actually, I'm not going to sell it to you. I want that tree. And I was so pissed. Like, this girl cannot pay $60 like once more a month and gonna resolve her pain? And now she's gonna pay like $500 for a tree? Really? Some people will spend like $300 on a bottle of wine that will, make them sleep for what, one night, and then they will not pay the. So they have the right to ask anything. If they are asking for the deal, they're not sold in the treatment.
She has 10,000 Facebook followers, and
Yeah.
she does her own
She was looking for an
athletic wear.
influencer. Was she an influencer?
She,
Yeah. I already had someone who did that, and I said for her, I can give you 50% off if you want to promote me, but I'm not doing for free. She didn't come.
Mhm.
Look, I'm not having the problem to bring people in. I'm having the problem us to have the same system and retaining those
Yeah.
clients. We work on that. I would do the influencer. I will consider that. But right now, that's not the problem we have. The problem we have is to retain. And so finishing up with what you say about the money, if they say I have a concern, it's too much money. I was like, look, prepay 3, and then prepay 3 and just keep going
Yeah, and that's what they have done.
Yeah. Now you save a little bit more if you pay the 6.
Mhm.
Sometimes, when I don't make it about money, usually they prepay the 6. I know. Yeah, and I had some people who were concerned about money. I had people say oh, I want to do cheaper somewhere else. Okay, then it's fine. I didn't sell for them.
Yeah.
So didn't buy me. So we could go on and on with all the training, right? So, okay, how about you? What is that you got newly from what we're talking here?
I think it's more of, for my perspective, it's more of building the confidence of what I'm doing, so that way I can actually better educate my client for retention purpose.
Uh-huh.
So if they learn, in my point of view, if they learn something from me, they already know that I'm good at what I do because they learned something new from me.
Yes.
So
And every time you teach them, you learn more.
correct.
Very good. I want you to start monitoring your numbers. For every client that is a detox, 50% should be retained or more. And then if they're post-surgery, 80% or more should be buying package. Okay? Sometimes, most of the time, they will prepay the package when they are leaving. But sometimes they don't prepay the package when they're leaving. They just sign up, they pre-book, and then they pay when they come back the second time.
Yeah.
Either way, for me, has not been a problem. Does this time work, like on Thursday nights? Would it work? And you guys don't need to. You can come here. I'm, welcome you. But we can do webinar. If you are good with the computer, I think Stacy's coming here.
I have
Good.
to take my Mac into